You know, I'm curious how many people are riding without a license, a motorcycle license. When I talked to the shop that I bought this from at the dealership, 2 of the 5 people working there who say they've been riding motorcycles 20 plus years, still ride one every day, they don't have a license. And I thought that that was really interesting. In California, you can take a motorcycle safety course, and it's like 1 day of classroom education, half a day, or maybe a day and a half of on-bike instruction, and then you take a test that they give you, and they can give you your M1 endorsement. I did not do that. I actually went to the DMV and practiced on their course for maybe 12 hours, 14 hours combined. Several mornings for 2 hours, weekends for 2 hours, and was able to pass it on this bike. So that was pretty nice. And even the facilitator, the woman that gave me the test, she said it was rare that somebody came and passed the test on the first try. She did say most of the people were old farts like me, and she was my age. I actually took a little bit of offense to that. But she said they come on big, heavy Harleys, and they obviously don't have the slow operating control necessary to get through the DMV course. And yeah, that thing's a pain in the butt. It's hard to maneuver a bike within a, 18-inch area for the front wheel without touching a line, going in a circle, weaving through cones, and you're going like 5 miles an hour. It's really hard to be stable. This is where I wanted to go. This road takes you, I think, all the way to Mount Diablo. Just can't see it, it's cloudy. But I can assure you that with enough practice, you'll be able to pass the test. Lighter bikes are easier, ones that are not so top heavy, so that you can control them. And then you just, really, you stay on the throttle, you adjust your clutch a lot, you drag your rear brake. So you're literally adjusting your acceleration with the clutch, and you're just on the rear brake almost all the time. And look where you're going, 6-8 feet ahead, not where you are. Don't look down at your tire, because if you respond to that, it's not going to be good for you. Where's that guy going? Police officer looked like he was making a left turn across traffic, but there was no way for him to get to the other lanes. I'm sure he knew what he was doing. I also found insurance for the bike interesting. It's expensive. They do ask for the amount of motorcycle riding experience that you have. I don't know how, they don't validate it, and maybe it has no bearing on your premium. They do ask if you have your license. They do ask if you have passed the safety course. And I said no. At the time, I didn't. I had my permit. But interestingly, when I asked them how much that would have saved me, it was like 5%. 5% savings. And I think the insurance is $1,800 a year. Might be more than that. Might be $2,200 a year. It's a lot. My truck is $700 as a point of comparison, and I have no points, no violations for 20 years. Oh, maybe more. So bikes are dangerous. And they're not expensive to replace the bike. So they must cause a lot of bodily injury. That's my guess. Or we're all suckers. I mean, we are all suckers. The Transalp has this quick shift feature which didn't exist, at least on bikes that I owned previously. And it's got a little dashboard indicator or console indicator. It says QS with an up arrow and a down arrow. And if that arrow is there for up or down, it tells you that you can quick shift up a gear or down a gear. And it disappears rarely. I find it valuable or enjoyable. I use it to downshift. I don't use it to upshift. It is configurable, the sensitivity of the shift, in some sort of like soft, medium, hard mode. And I haven't messed with it enough to figure out if I should change it. I've left it at the default. So maybe I'd like and you can configure them independently, the upshift and the downshift. Maybe I need to change it, and maybe that'll make shifting up easier. Team doesn't exist anymore. Well, not Oakland. I should ask people which camera orientation they like. Meaning front of the bike, of the rider, of the dashboard, behind, all of the above. I don't know. If you had two, which two would you want? Or forward facing with the dashboard so you can see the speed, RPM, gear. I am worried how much vibration comes through from the handlebars into the camera. Which, if you attach the camera to your body does a lot of that vibration dampening. And they sell dampening plates that I could attach to my handlebars, and that would help a little bit. I don't have anything like that yet. It may not be necessary. shopping center with no businesses. So many strip malls, not enough stores. Transalp, for me, as a 6'2", 200-pound rider, still feels good size-wise. Definitely flat footing for me. I don't ever bottom out the suspension, on the road at least. That guy's music's really coming through. I did put a passenger on, and the bike suspension did not like that. That felt pretty terrible. When I've got the saddlebags on, and they don't weigh a whole lot, maybe an extra 20 pounds total, I don't really notice that either. But I've not been off-road. Haven't been on terribly bumpy terrain. All road. And so maybe that would suck. It smells. One of my other videos I was commenting, that's one of the nice things about being on a bike. It feels like you're more engaged with the area that you're riding in. You get to smell it, you get to feel it. It pushes you around. You're in it. You're in control of the bike too, right? It's a manual. You feel very connected. But man, that does mean sometimes it stinks. Oh yeah, Mount Diablo. So the top of it, you probably can't see it, it's just to my right here. It's covered in clouds. It's kind of cool. We're in the city of Clayton now, instead of Concord. We should have about a gallon of gas, which should be about 50 miles. I don't think we're going that far. You know, that's one thing I don't like about the Transalp. The fuel indicator gives you 6 bars. I have 2 bars left, so a third of a tank. And it's a 4.5 gallon tank, so I should have a gallon and a half. But it comes on the blinky indicator. Ooh, I was in 3rd gear. Oh, now it won't shift. There we go. Never downshifted. The blinky indicator was too busy talking. Comes on when you got 1 bar left. And how much range is that? That could be a whole gallon of gas, which is 50 to 60 miles. And that's a lot. That's, 25-30% of your tank. Yeah, I don't blame you either, Corolla. Guy stolen his bike. What an idiot. I'm sure everybody's experienced the stall. And then it won't let you shift. Like it doesn't want to drop into a gear. And that's what happens. I had to roll it forward a little bit. My mistake. Always go into 1st gear. Oh shoot, was I supposed to turn? I don't know. Just how far behind anyways. So I don't like the indicator for fuel, just to wrap the story up. And I think it was Big Rock Moto said what he likes is the consumption indicator. It tells you how much fuel you've burned. So if you know how much you have in the tank, you can just look for how much you've burned and know when to fill up. So I have 3.3 consumed, and hopefully that is against a 4.5 fill up. But that gets me into the, some gas pumps are just a full pain in the ass. They don't let you get a lot of fuel into the tank. Keep stopping. And so sometimes you lose, I don't know, a third of a gallon that you don't even put in the tank. And so you just play this game of how much fuel do I have. The city kind of dropped away. We are in Clayton, heading toward Byron? Backside of Mount Diablo. There's a lot of things back there. Pretty though. How much of this is coming through the camera? The sun is getting low in the sky. It's 3:37 p.m. The sun will be down at 5. This is Mount Diablo ahead of us. My thought was to go up the mountain. Maybe go to the top. They have an observatory up there. Some windy road. Maybe I'll just stay on this, which is I think Marsh Creek Road. Yeah, Marsh Creek Road. Maybe I'll stay on this for a while. Save Mount Diablo for another day. And that wind noise is coming through. It's just because I got my visor cracked. Fog up otherwise. But it's also because the windshield doesn't block all the wind. So if I tuck down under it, like I'm on a street bike, or behind it, hear the difference? Up, down. And that's why I'd like a bigger windshield. Just haven't got one yet. Well, that's not true. I've got one from National Cycle, but I bought the one for the Transalp. My mistake. It's only for the 2024 Transalp. And the 2025 has a different mounting position, so it doesn't fit. But their windscreens, I guess, are the best. Materials and yellowing and aerodynamics, I don't know. So I either need to make a bracket to get that to work, or buy the Honda one or some other one. But I know there's plenty of people who, when they're off-road, they don't like looking through the windscreen. And I admit, even if this thing was 5 more inches, 6 more inches tall, I could see over it. So maybe that won't be an issue for me. I think there are also, not complaints, but comments, I don't know, that when you're standing and trying to maneuver the bike from that upward position, that the windscreen's in the way. going through with the bike. This road, I believe, Marsh Creek, it's called Marsh Creek because somebody named Marsh, not because it was a marsh like the terrain. It helped settle a lot of this land in the 19th century. This road is pretty bumpy. It's a good indicator of what this camera looks like attached to the handlebars. See, downshifting with the quick shifter. I like that. I had a little hiccup there. I wonder if my video just stopped. 341. I don't know. What's that? Not streaming anywhere. It's supposed to be recording. Make sure my microphone's still there. Is connected with a 3.5mm into the back of my camera, and it is bouncing quite a bit. I wonder if I need to stabilize that more. Sheriff Helipad. Huh. That's quite a bit. That's really bad. Wow. Stupid shit. Oh, now I'm down to my last bar of fuel. And it's not flashing. I wonder when it starts flashing. It says I've consumed 3.5 gallons since I reset it. And again, this is where I'm like, okay, did I get a full 4.5 gallons into the tank or bike? Or did I leave a third of it, or the gallon, 0.3 or something? Because the pump was a butt. Ice warning. 54 degrees, no ice. Wash out here. rip through mud. On a turn, slide out. Actually wondering, did I bring my wallet? Maybe I need to add a spare $20 emergency item under my seat. Water in the creek. Just hit a rock or something. Move the whole bike. I didn't see it in the road. Flat. I think so. Doesn't feel like it. You ever have that? Tire just kind of moves in an unexpected way. Never feels good. It's unsettling. They have good water control down in the valley or in the creek. It smells like cows. Some kind. Nuts, maybe? Trees don't look robust enough to support fruit. Foskin Ranch. County line? What's that? The road is definitely different. Close this visor. Clayton Palms community. Car behind me is going. Alright, unscientific test. Putting my hand in front of the Barkbuster wind guard. Yeah, I can feel the wind going through. Putting it behind, I feel it. So, successful. Hoping to get to a point where I can turn around or start heading back. What's it say? Antioch, 5 miles.